So, Akine was like training for a while, and so she was acting weird because normally she doesn't train. And so, her and Ikumaru were like both working together because she was using him to train and fighting him a lot and stuff. And then so eventually, she's like missing from this group meeting that they had. Okay, can you bring it? Oh, just catch it. Thank you. So yeah, no, sorry. But yeah, so she's missing from like a meeting that we have. And we're like, what the heck? Where is she at? And then somebody's like, oh, I think somebody comes running in. Anyway, we notify. They're like, oh, she's at the beach and she's fighting Monokuma. So we all rush to the beach. And we see her like in combat with Monokuma, because she's trying to fight somebody strong. And then so she's like weakened, and Monokuma's like, you didn't even scratch me. And so Monokuma like pulls out an arm cannon, and he's about to kill her. Thank you. Green bean. Thank you. So yeah, he pulls out an arm cannon, and he's about to kill her. And then Nekomaru's like, no, don't. And then he jumps in front of her and gets blasted. And so he gets critically wounded, and he's like about to bleed out and die. And then they're like, okay, rush him off to the hospital. And so then they run him off to the hospital, and so he's missing, like in critical care the whole time while all that other stuff happens. Pretty much where that happened with that, which is relevant. So okay, so recap what happened. Ibuki is dead, and also Saionji is found dead. We haven't collected any evidence except for the Monokuma file number 1. All it says is that there's 2 victims, Ibuki and Saionji. The cause of death is crushed to the windpipe as a result of choking, so she was hung. And then Saionji says she was slit to the throat. So they both have throat injuries. This new PogChamp, what is that? Is that Pokemon? It looks like just a girl version of the previous one. Okay, so now we gotta start collecting evidence. This is the machine that was used to record her. The shattered remains of a machine are spread. Appears to be the surveillance camera unit.
This too must
Kazuki
be the will of
Kazuichi put it in the music venue for communication. Perhaps criminal psychology is at play here. Even if they know they are not being recorded, there's no way the killer would tolerate communicating a murder in front of camera. That's what they are destroyed. They'd hesitate to murder someone in front of camera, and that's why the killer destroyed this? Then what was the thing I saw? Alright, surveillance camera's been added. I guess we could look at the stage. Here's the bag that was on her head. Ibuki had a hemp bag on her head and was hanging from the ceiling, but why does she have a bag on her head? Hemp bag, upon further inspection, is a Monomi decal on the fabric. Looks like this isn't just a normal bag. Don't eat my green beans, cat. It's the rope that's tied to the baton lighting on the ceiling. She'd hung herself with this rope and died. From what I could tell, it looks like a regular length of rope with no unnatural features. But despite the fact this music venue has a storage room, there shouldn't have been any rope here. Oh, so they brought it in from somewhere else. Which means it was obtained from the supermarket. Did the killer bring it here? Anyone could have obtained it, and it means it'd be difficult to use this as a clue. I wonder if that's true. Notice a little something.
Hey!
Excuse me, Mikan, do you have a moment? There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hung by this rope. Yes. Okay, so she did hang herself. Obvious. You might not have seen it, but we all saw that she hanged herself. It wouldn't be much of a clue. Okay, he's being suspicious. Thinks he has something. Rope used for hanging has been added. Curtain. Alright, this is the candle. There's a massive candle positioned near the front of the stage. The dull light that the video must have been coming from. This is the scene we saw before. A candle this huge might be perfect for lighting, but they didn't need to bother using a candle. They could have just used normal stage lighting. Unless the power was out. AC control panel? Why is this relevant? Looks like there's a music venue's AC unit. That's right. It'll adjust the hot air. Alright. I should mess around with it a little. It's running as a heater. Over 86 degrees. That's why it's so hot. But turn off the heat now. That should cool things off. Okay. Interesting. Check that out. There's a control panel on the wing of the stage. It seems you could use this control panel to raise and lower the lighting. In fact, we use this to lower her hanged body. Speaking of the lighting, the video of the music venue I saw had a dim lit, candle-lit ambiance to it, and it didn't look like the lighting was used at all. Why didn't they use the lighting? Okay. Interesting. Did somebody fake being hanged and, like, played it back? To see the timing was different? So you didn't notice, huh? Those eyes are just little glass balls. Take a good look at the lighting above your head. Have you noticed? Baton light. Huh? Oh, you mean that? Something that looks like black paper stuck to the lighting. So you finally noticed, but I can't really see it from here. I should lower the lighting one more time, and there's no need. Go, Mirage, Golden Hawk, jump! Now's the time. Feast your eyes upon the brave souls of my 4 dark divas of destruction. Hamster launched itself from his hand and ran up the baton lighting on the ceiling in a flash. Whoa! OP. Started running around and stuck in the stuck slip of paper in rapid circles. Then the paper fluttered down and was caught. Did you see that? Behold the power. Wow. That's pretty cool, actually. For my 4 dark divas of destruction, hamsters are merely their temporary form. So what's with that paper? Seems to be some kind of thin paper, though it doesn't have any special spells. Here's nothing useful. No doubt this is some kind of clue. I mean, the fact that it was stuck in a place like that, no matter how we think about it, is too unnatural. Okay, that is pretty weird. Scrap of thick paper has been added. Okay. I think that probably has something to do with the heat. There's a black curtain hanging on the far side of the stage. The curtain is not wide enough. This curtain can't reach from one edge of the stage to the other. Huh? Not really a full-length curtain. The curtain wasn't originally here. If it was, it's staged. Strange that it doesn't fit. From the furniture section of the supermarket. See, the black of the curtain is taped for temporary use, just like the curtain at the supermarket. Okay, someone took the time to actually bring the curtain from the supermarket. So... They went that far. It's probably something the killer really needed for this crime. Who knows? This is super weird. They set this one up a lot. I guess we'll check her body out now. Ibuki's body lay atop the stage. She's wearing the hospital gown that she was wearing when she was sick. It's on this on her feet. Blood. I didn't notice it when she was hanging, but the soles of her feet are dirty with blood. Shouldn't be any external injuries. If that's the case, it belongs to someone else. Blood on their soles had been added to the truth bullets.
Damn right.
I talk. Yeah, at first I didn't know it was her because the hemp bag though. But I knew right away she was dead since she was hanging from that rope. Which means she must have died before Hayoko was tied up.
Well,
that helps. There's no time of death written in the file this time, so I wasn't really sure who died first. It's true. Their estimated time of death wasn't written in the Monokuma file, but I should know when Ibuki died because I personally saw it. Unless it's a ruse. And that... Wait, is she on a beach? Hold on. If Ibuki climbed that stepladder and died right after, does that mean she committed suicide? No. Because even if she committed suicide, it doesn't explain her death. 2 different deaths happened at the same time. There's no way it's a coincidence. Yoko's body is suspended against the pillar on the side of the stage. She's wrapped against the pillar with duct tape, and she looked like she was forced to stand upright. Who did this? According to the Monokuma file, her death was a slit to the throat. Her neck looks like it stopped bleeding, but probably because of the duct tape wrapped around it. Why is her kimono like this? Oh, it's backwards, isn't it? Her kimono is all disheveled, and her sash is tied in the front. Did the killer do this too? When did the killer kill? When I first discovered Ibuki's body, I didn't see Hiyoko there. Okay. If that's the case, she was killed. It must have been during the time I was getting everyone before I came back. That was barely 10 minutes. Is it really possible that the killer killed her? Taped her up in such a short amount of time? Even if it is possible, whoever did it would have had a narrow window of time to do so. The killer must be someone who doesn't have an alibi during it, right? Okay. Hey, Hajime, do you have a minute?
Now.
I don't wish to be in your way at all, but there's something I really need your help with.
Actually.
If you look closely, there's an unnatural shape bulging from inside Hyoko's kimono. So, I was thinking she might be hiding something. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me you want to search inside.
Huh?
That's exactly it.
Why?
Well, it would have been a problem if she were alive, but she's dead now, you know? Don't mess with me. Are you saying there's a problem with that? She's dead? Fine, if you don't want to do it, I'll just have to ask someone else. Yo, what's up?
Hey.
Well, there's something I want you to do for me. Looks like there's something inside her kimono. Can you feel around for it? Just gotta check, right?
Thanks.
Now then.
Let's see. How can you reach through the duct tape building, finding Yoko as she's stuck in her hand inside? Tied up so tight I can't really reach with my hand. Wait, hold on. There's a key. There's something we're looking for. It's a key.
Perhaps.
Looks different than the keys to the cottage. It might be key to her motel room. But deep inside her kimono, it would be hard to remove. Unlikely the killer tampered with this evidence. How would he have just seen a random key like deep inside her kimono? Because if this is a trap, they would have put it more towards the front. Means we can conclude this is something she had on her all along. Alright, so she wasn't taken out of her room by force, I guess.
Hey.
Also, it's not like I'm adding to that or anything, but you looked like you were curious about the condition of her body. Right? Of course, that's why I'm investigating. It's true, there are several mysteries regarding her body. Just hear me out for 1 second.
See?
Pog! The way they wrapped her body with that duct tape. It's almost like they're trying to hide the wound on her neck. You think? Interesting. Maybe they didn't mean to kill her? It was an accident? I don't really know if that was their true intention, but I guess it's a big help for our investigation. The reason for the low volume of blood is because the duct tape is acting as a compress, right? The body was left alone after her throat was split. The surrounding area would be a sea of blood. 2 dead bodies floating in a sea of blood. Alright, you don't like Chiaki? With her arms crossed and a thoughtful look on her face, Chiaki was silently staring at the floor. Did something drop to the floor there? Nothing, just dirty.
Hey.
Take a closer look at the floor.
See?
Dude, Mahiru's hot. We still have Chiaki though, everyone can agree. You're right, there's a smudge as if something was wiped off. Wait, this isn't something. It's blood. Is it dried?
Yep.
What's a blood stain? Isn't it strange? Her neck was slashed not far from here.
Still.
Why did the killer try to hide it?
So.
If they weren't trying to hide it, they wouldn't have bothered wiping it off. As long as the bloodstain is nearby, there's no way they'd be able to conceal the crime. What are they trying to hide? I agree, Al. Me too. Alright, I think that's all the evidence on the stage, right? What? Oh, the ladder. I'm stupid. That ladder is tripped over its side. There's blood on it. Isn't that a blood stain?
See?
So mad about Ibuki? What's up? I don't think I've seen you before. Your name is Celeste Ludenberg? Crazy. I've heard that name before, I think. Look, there's some blood around the left side of the stepladder. As I recall, Ibuki didn't have any external injuries, if that's the case. Must be Hiyoko's blood.
Yep.
Only thing I could think of. Blood stain that probably belonged to Hiyoko is on the left side. Alright, I think that's everything. Oh. We already talked to Sonia.
Something like
It has
this.
happened once again. 2 of my cherished friends died at the same time.
How cool.
It's the place where Ibuki sang for Fuyuhiko. Looked like she was having so much fun. And now those 2 are no longer here. Please get a hold of yourself. Two of our friends were killed. That's all the more reason we can't just leave this alone, right?
So just as I
They're gonna start a turf war in the chat. Mikan, give me some reasoning. If you only noticed sooner, Ibuki might have... I thought she said you. If I'd only noticed sooner, Ibuki might have been saved. After leaving Nagito's room, I went to the on-call room when it came to me. I should check on everyone else. And so I went to the patient rooms and noticed she was gone. Quickly ran out of the hospital. And I saw Fuyuhiko in front of the hospital, so I asked him if he could help me look. It reminds me, where were you? I thought you were resting in the lobby. Is a long story. What? I'm sorry. It's not like I doubt you or anything. There's no way I'd doubt you, because we've been together since this morning. You're right. We were together until you went to the on-call room. We were together just a little before the Monokuma announcement. Don't doubt you. Telling the truth. Alright if I continue? I'll talk to you again later. Spare her. What happened? Alright, I guess her account's just that we've been together. We'll check the staff room last.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime. Look at this.
Huh?
What's in front of the door? It's a drumstick, and it looks like it's broken. Is that what's holding the door down?
Like,
If something like this is in front of the door, you think it might be a really big clue?
hey,
Remember when we came? It was locked. If it won't open, the only thing we can do is force our way through. I'm wondering if that could be possible. Alright, yeah, they had to break down the door to get back in. Fuyuhiko's signal, we charged to the door at full force. The door was locked when we tried to go inside, and the 4 of us charged to the room. But when I examined it, I found that this door doesn't have a lock at all.
I get it.
This door is designed to be pushed open. This is the shape of the handle, for that matter. Stick was used to bar the door here. It would lock the, oh, okay. You're just showing you could lock it with a stick. The broken drumstick on the floor in front of the door should be proof of that. How was the killer able to get out? I mean, the music venue doesn't even have windows. This door is the only entrance. They locked the door from the inside. The killer won't be able to escape.
Like,
Maybe. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door. They waited until we were already on the scene of the crime.
get it?
You know, they use tricks like that in a lot of mystery dramas? If that's the case, they might be evidence of that around here somewhere. Okay. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door, huh? That might be possible.
I've listened to the whole story.
I like Toko though. I heard what you two were saying. Chiaki. That was a kind of cool entrance. It was.
Well,
Besides the broken drumstick, I've also discovered something interesting.
see?
There's slime? Look, there's a weird blob right left of the door. You're right. Looks too firm to think it's rubber.
Yep.
Is it wax? It looks like rubber, but she bent down and scraped off this semi-transparent glob with her finger. What? The gummy bear. Ah, it smells like workshop chemicals. And this chewiness. I see, this may be a glob now, but that doesn't mean it was a glob from the start. For instance, if it were originally a liquid that hardened into this, it might be possible to apply it directly and smoothly. What? Just as I thought. Tastes nasty. Got out the glob and left the area. Besides that bit about the taste, it's okay to consider this some kind of clue, right? This is interesting. This one has a lot of clues that are weird. Okay. We gotta go to the other girls. Been watching the VODs and he don't like her. Are you okay? Are you still not feeling well? Yeah. I don't really get it, but when I think about Nekomaru, it's like my knees start shaking. That's weird. There's no way I've got that kind of weakness. She's in love. Probably go away if I battled a strong dude, but Nekomaru's not here. You're right. Hajime, this might be imprudent of me to ask, but will you listen to what I have to say?
Hey.
I heard that you witnessed the incident from the very beginning. So what? You provide me a summary? No. Don't make me repeat myself. No. Guy just wants to confuse us, and there's no way I'm giving him what he wants to know. Okay. Did he direct your gaze to the brave stature of my 4 dark divas? Okay. Alright, back to the staff room. We're gonna look for somebody maybe still hiding here? Is that what we need to do? Oh, thank you for the follow, Ludenberg. Didn't actually see you follow it. Okay. Might as well investigate here too. Top boy. I like Byakuya before he got fat. At the end of the first game, not at the beginning, because he changed. Alright, shelves. There's carpeting, wallpaper, and paint on this shelf. It's probably used for storage. This thick paper, it's folded up on the lower shelf. It looks like wallpaper. Oh, that's around the poles. There's a lot of stickers plastered all over the front side of the wallpaper. And this edge of the paper, a little torn, but what does it mean? Did they use the stickers to cover up the blood splatters? There's a lot of stickers with the venue's logo. Looks like they made a bunch and had too many. Compared to last time, it feels like there are less. Alright. Interesting. I guess we'll check out the instruments again. There's gonna be drumsticks missing. They don't look like they pertain to the case. Okay, they're just aesthetics. We have a mirror. Okay. Guess we'll talk to Nagito. Yeah, I like the Yakuza guy now that he changed. Did you come here to investigate? I just want to confirm what you were thinking. Is that it? And stand guard.
Hey.
How about it? Did you find any clues? They tripped over the stepladder on the stage. The duct tape binding. It tipped over. And from the storage room, there might be other clues. You always pretend to give me hints, but in the end, you're just going on the killer's side. I'm not siding with the killer, you know? Just on the side of whatever acts in the name of hope.
What?
The main reason why this case is really special. Can't say for certain, though.
Hajime.
By the way, I still don't quite understand the details.
Right?
If you could explain it to me, give you some useful information. You don't want to find the truth, you just want to make us suffer.
How mean.
Not true. I'm doing this because I believe. For the sake of everyone's hope, I'll gladly become the enemy. I won't even mind when I...
Damn it.
It's the main reason why I can't overlook the case this time. Huh? What does that mean? Regardless, You're not gonna tell me? Can't be helped. I guess I'll rely on my gut feelings.
Hey,
Should come by later, though. I'll be the first to wait for you. What is he talking about? Don't read it too fast. All right, sorry. After he said that, Nagito walked out of my sight. Okay. Something interesting. Last time we checked this room, there were 2 step ladders, and so one of them is missing. Got that good memory. Why the sudden interest in the movie theater? Guess that's everything important in this storage room. We'll go back to the music venue. Oh, maybe because he's the only one that... Yeah, we're still missing a step ladder. Interesting. Alright, with this, we might be close to finished investigating the music venue. Then we need to talk to Mikan. Okay. How about, have you found out anything? To tell you the truth, it's very inconclusive. It's not my fault. The music venue is just too hot. Because of the heat, I can't estimate time of death. Ah, rigor mortis. A body is overexposed to the heat or cold, you won't be able to determine a precise time of death. Covered up their time of death by using the theater to make the inside hot. That's weird. Even if this heat is the killer's doing, is there any reason? As long as I saw it... I agree, as long as I saw it, it should be clear what order the murders occurred. First Ibuki, then Hiyoko. That's wrong! And as long as this is an imitation murder, there shouldn't be any mistakes in ordering the murders.
Huh?
You don't know? I thought everyone already knew.
See?
The murder where the killer uses a creative work, like a song or a film, as an outline. It's so common in detective novels, mangas, and video games that you start to get annoyed by it. How would an imitation murder be related? Well, based on the killing order and the way they were killed, it's clearly an imitation of that movie. The assumption is an imitation murder is the reason why the killer killed 2 people. The goal is an imitation killer. Even so, why'd they feel the need to do something?
Do you have a minute?
Was really an imitation of that movie? I guess they're talking about the movie Monokuma made that I didn't watch. Is it possible that one or more person might be killed?
This too
Certainly
must be the
conceivable,
will
and if that killer
of
wishes to complete the imitation, what are you talking about? One more person might have been killed? Are you guys worried there's going to be another victim? Then no worries. The things would get out of hand too fast if a bunch of people could be killed at once. I'm a really cautious fella, so I prepared a perfect countermeasure. On this killing school trip, the same Blacken can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
Huh?
You mean you've added another rule?
Yep.
Well, if killing everyone at once is okay, the Blacken would be able to secure an easy victory. This new rule will prevent that. Make sure you slam it into your tiny brains. This is a maximum of 2 people, then there will be no more killings. Since you're here, can I ask you one more thing? Just want to confirm one of the class trial rules. I see. As expected of you, you're very strict.
Perhaps.
You don't want to consider this a possibility at all, and I don't even want to think someone would do this. If 2 cases occur at once, what happens if there are 2 killers? Like I said, I'm talking about the possibility that Ibuki and Hiyoko were killed by 2 different people. That would mean 2 killers exist at the same time, but we could only vote for one.
I am concerned.
We can only choose one based on a majority vote.
Yep.
Yep, you're right. So what happens in that case? Well, in that case, there's 3 incidents instead of 2, or 4 incidents overlap over each other.
Silence.
Okay, I'll make extra sure something like that never happens.
Hey.
Meaning 2 killers can't exist at the same time. So it's safe to say this applies to this case too, right? Ugh.
I don't like this.
Alright, fine. That's right. There's always 1 killer. Okay, so 1 person killed both of them. Even if they had an accomplice, I'd have to figure out who the mastermind. I'd have you figure out who the mastermind is. I ended up giving you a huge hint. Maybe say it. Gamer brains are not to be underestimated. I should just shut up and go back to my cave. Okay. Can't underestimate those gamer brains.
Yep.
Yep, that makes things a little easier. Plus, if the same killer can kill a maximum of 2 people, means a 3rd victim would be impossible. Imitation murder breakthrough. What do you need my imitation? Could it be you haven't seen it?
So.
Like I said, the movie.
Oh my.
When we first explored this island, Monokuma was passing out invitation tickets.
Good instinct.
Of course, it's an imitation of that movie.
Well,
Based on the murder this time, closely resembles that movie as if they were copying it. Like a small brain. Yep. Gamer brain too large. Too big. And it can't be helped. I guess I'll rely on my gut feelings. Huh? Gut feelings? Come by later too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Well, obviously, the movie theater.
you.
See, so you haven't seen it. Still, not too late, I think. Probably a good idea if you watch the movie. Looks like I need to do that. I should get going too. There are other places I want to investigate. Where do you tend to go next, Yaki? Probably the hospital for sure. First victim, Ibuki, was there. I don't know what was going on at the hospital in the first place. Thanks to that despair disease, we could not go there for some time. She's right. Might be good for me to investigate. Speak some clues related to her death. For clues related to Hiyoko's death, I should go to the motel. Did we take the key? Alright, does that say Titty Typhoon? Yeah, that's the name of the place, see? It's funny. What is that? Is that a bug? Oh, no, that's the gas can. I was like, what the heck? Bird Island. I just remembered, I never went inside any of the rooms. Plus, I don't even know where Hiyoko's room is. It might be faster just to ask them.
Damn right.
What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as when I found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was hanging from the baton lighting. However, there was no body discovery announcement made. That's when I went to get you. I met up with Chiaki at this motel, and when we were about to go back to the music venue, I met up with Mikan and me. When we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some reason.
I see.
So we had no choice but to break down the door and discover his body suddenly there. Yeah,
Hey.
the most important part. When you arrived at the motel, who else you saw besides Chiaki? Oh, we saw the diva dude, as I recall. Didn't you hear me? Buddy. Gundam. Could it be? Do you intend to spread lies like Nagito? Sadly, we don't see titties. A little bit, sometimes. I also saw Gundam and Monomi.
I see.
But Kazuichi and Sonia didn't appear, huh? You think those two are suspicious?
Like.
Well, Hiyoko was killed between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? Obviously, there are two of the most suspicious since they weren't with us. While we're at it, let me tell you my alibi. When the morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. I saw Mikan panicking in front. I asked her what's going on. She said Ibuki disappeared. The guys split up and looked.
Well, yeah.
But while we were circling the island, we came to the motel and saw you guys there. Did you see anyone else?
Well.
No. We went to the movie theater and that street full of machines, but we didn't see anyone. What? And Sue Hunter? Dude, we should play that next. Are you implying I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable. The time we were looking on our own for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there's no way I could have killed Hiyoko and wrapped around the pillar. But the fact Hiyoko was killed, we did discover her body. Huh?
Jeez.
Well, I'm used to it. True, I've done things I deserve to be doubted for. But don't worry. Even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you and encasing you in concrete. Alright?
Anyway.
Oh, we already got all this. Okay.
So you have
You're here, right? Come on out. Huh? I can see you. Do you really think you could hide your presence? Wasn't trying to hide in the first place. Which room was Hyoko staying in?
Listen well.
Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear, and you might want to bring an extra pair of underwear. I wonder, does this guy talk to his parents and teachers? Yoko's room. Think it's the edgy kit. Would only kill if it's a matter of life or death? Looks like it's locked, but the key inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this. Opened. Right, I should go inside. I think Sonia's a little suspicious so far. But I also feel like this murder is complicated and she's not smart enough to come up with all of it on her own. So Hyoko was staying here. Definitely gonna be a victim or a killer. I mean, isn't it everybody? Except for like the few. I feel a little conflicted. The boulder. Oh,
my.
she's in here? Yeah, Hyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open it. How did she get in here? What, did something happen? No, it's just I'm starting to believe it might be my fault. Huh? What? This bed isn't messed up. It doesn't look like she was abducted in her sleep. Alright, we already figured that. Oh, there's a Monokuma in there. There's a mirror. It's also small and rusty. There's no way anyone can use it. Look at that. He's on the toilet.
No.
Yes. Alright, I guess we just gotta talk to her. The moment Hyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. She was afraid of the despair disease. However, her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself. She had another. Besides that, what were her other reasons?
Perhaps.
Her kimono. Yesterday I went to go talk to her since she had been in her room for some time. Told her it might be good to go outside for a bit, but she kept the door locked. By coincidence, it was not locked. Then I saw it. Oh, she couldn't tie it herself. I close the door. Can you hear them in the back? I could close it, my bad. They're being loud. Yoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower, but she couldn't tie her kimono sash. Oh, that's why she tied it in the front, right? Mahiru is no longer with us, so really she was having trouble with it. Good girl, Mahiru. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono, huh?
You are right.
Others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. Ugh. Yoko told me that she learned how to tie the sash from Mahiru. She taught her the basics. That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
Perhaps.
She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Mahiru taught her. I could not really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did. What did he say?
Hyoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it! Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
Part of the smelly girl tier list. Yeah, and it's a short list.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror? Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue? If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful. Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health.
That was when she kicked me out.
It cannot be.
Could it be Hyoko remembered that? Are you saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can see that happening. Hyoko locked her room and made sure she put room key inside her kimono. I can't imagine that she was abducted. So, hey, did you tell anyone about that before the incident, or is that someone listening, or someone listening in on your conversation? I never told this to anyone, and I cannot believe anyone was listening. If that's the case, how did the killer know she was going to the music venue? I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. I feel like I couldn't really find any important clue. Oh well. Okay. I guess we gotta go to the movie, right? Nothing else here. Officer, this comment right here. Yeah, Okami, no. Bad. I'm serious. Hospital. Oh, we gotta check the hospital again. Oh.
Well,
I feel like I haven't been in here in a while, even though it's only really been a few days. Oh, I thought I should say something important. Kazuichi, what you got? Hey, you prepared that surveillance camera unit, right? Yeah, so I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. Did you get this from that shady looking alley?
Right.
Yeah, he told us that. Then, if there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital?
Man.
No. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors are only used as part of the same unit. That video was filmed. The hospital camera can only be viewed on the hospital monitor. The video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor.
Hey.
But if I left it like that, we wouldn't have been able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras. Ah, so that's how you guys were able to get the view hospital footage from the music venue. However, each surveillance camera manages unit whoa. They have a specific number, so even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal.
Huh?
However, I didn't just swap the camera. I modified them and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. Oh, not even a truth bullet? Investigate the lobby. I guess it just wants me to check this. There's a surveillance camera unit on top of the reception desk. As long as the music venue's surveillance camera is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast.
Hajime.
Something I want to ask. Why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason. Did you see something with this camera?
That's right.
Oh. It'd be different if... How is she 20... No, I don't believe it. Anyway, it'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions.
Hey.
17 to 22? That's different than saying she's 22. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in that surveillance camera. Showed the music venue stage. There was a black curtain hanging like there is now, but the whole display was pretty dark because they were just using candlelight. There's a... What is the floor? I swear that's the beach, right? Is that sand? There's a rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that, there's a stepladder on the floor. And right away... Look, there's like footprints in it. Person wearing a hospital gown and hemp bag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was before because their face was covered, but now I know it must be Nibuki. She walked straight to the stepladder and without any hesitation, climbed the stepladder on her own free will, and then she grabbed the rope. And that's all I saw. Candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something because Screen went dark all of a sudden, and it wasn't displaying anything more.
Man.
Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared functions, so things can still show up even in the dark. Hold on.
Well,
At the time, you said you didn't know that person was wearing a hemp bag, right? Well, a lot of the laws aren't specifically like it's just age of consent as in X. It's not really 13. It's like you're allowed to be in a relationship with 13. It probably, if you look into it, like in Texas where I am, you're a legal adult at 18, but you could consent being 17 with an 18 or 19-year-old, right? There's like rules for saying like if you're 17, you're allowed to legally consent only with another, you know, similar aged person, right? That way it's for protecting of high school people. Does that make sense? Anyway, let's get off this subject though. You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself, so you rushed over to the music venue and tried to stop her, but I didn't make it in time.
Hey.
Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Would that mean she's her own killer? What do you think? What's up, Mystic? There's no doubt she climbed the stepladder on her own. Wanna host? Yeah, sure, I mean. Don't think for so long. You don't know, just be honest. Well, of course she doesn't. No way we'd be able to figure that out so easily. Like a waiter? Waiter. Oh yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the 2nd floor. I'm heading over there. The heck? She said the conference room, but why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? Does she seem a little upset? The host? It takes us time for it to come in sometimes. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, they take the little photos down? That's kind of cool.
now then.
Phew, I'm finally getting back to my normal self. Hajime, help me out with my recovery. You could... What? You could touch my boobs if you win. What? No thanks? She was bearable if she was quiet. It'd be so much better if she was still feeling the after effects. She'd beat me up if I said that out loud. Anyway, why are you here?
Hey!
Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but hospital gowns are really comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one. Don't tell me you plan on wearing hospital gowns from now on. That's the idea, but it looks like they're out of stock. Looked like there's one gown for each patient's room, so I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms. So somebody took an extra gown since there's 4.
Yo!
Ibuki died wearing one, so the only ones left was the one Nagito was wearing. If I had no choice, then I should have used Nagito's. It's unisex size, so I'd probably be able to fit. How than the one you were wearing? Are you saying I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross. Wearing clothes someone else wore is even grosser.
Like,
No time to dilly-dally. I totally left Mikan back at the musical venue. Take it back. Take it back. Alright. Well, if it's okay since I already investigated the music venue, but leaving her on your guard duty was bad. There should be 4 gowns. This one, because this one wasn't used. Looks like this is an open room. I should look somewhere else. Look inside here! The clue resides in there. Or are the aliens being taken away? Looks like this is an open room. Wait, wasn't that Ibuki's room? Whatever. Thought they wanted us to check here. Maybe just upstairs? Ghosts. Oh! I actually noticed it went up like that. It's kind of funny. Conference room. Is there going to be a curtain here? What's this? It's pitch black. Hmm. That's what I was saying. It's like, where's the switch?
Hey,
Turn it on. Chiaki, are you over there?
cuz
If you turn on the lights, it's gonna be fully exposed. It'd be embarrassing. What?
hey.
If you poke out your eyes, you can turn on the light. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna poke them out? Gonna poke out my eyes?
Aw.
Bummer. Troll fail. No sooner did she say finishing that, I heard the dry sound of curtains being drawn. There's a flash of intense light that stung my eyes a little. I squint my eyes until they start adjusting the light. I thought Chiaki had finished opening the curtain. I was covering the window.
Hey.
Were you surprised?
Well,
I got it. Got what?
see?
Curtains in this conference room are designed to completely block out light. There's a projector in here, so they're probably careful about light shining through.
See?
See, a pitch black curtain that blocks out light and is also perfect long enough to reach the floor. This is the same curtain in the theater. They staged the murder in here, even though it took place in the theater. So, is something wrong with it? Still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret. Still, what's it all about? That bit about being embarrassing if I look and troll fail?
Nope.
This one's mess with you. Why is she acting so childish? Done investigating the hospital, I should move to a different place. Is there really nothing else I need to look at in here? Check this other room just in case. Packed boxes. Door equipment. There's nothing particular that catches my eye. Okay. Whatever. Alright, I guess we gotta go to the... What's it called? Oh. Somebody like threw a piece of metal in there. Have you ever seen those videos where people are like messing with MRI machines? Like there's like ones where they'll throw chairs at them and then they'll like they're all turned up from the magnets. Movie theater. Castle.
Hello there.
Why, hello there, Hajime. I knew you'd come here. It means you noticed it too, right? The case this time is an imitation case. Wouldn't know.
I see.
And you really should watch the movie first.
Hey!
Hey, manager, a customer's here.
Did you call me? What?
Hajime's the customer. Do you have a problem with that?
What are you gonna do?
And you said you didn't want to watch it, but I knew you wanted to see it all along. If that's what tsundere Hajime looks like, then you're really a tough guy. You're so devoted to being a tsundere, you even bought the Monokuma sticker for 1.5 million. Huh? Paid $1 million for a sticker?
Listen up!
In exchange for not watching this movie, you paid 1.5 million. Come on, since we're talking about it anyway, why don't you show it to Nagito? Stop it. But my resistance was in vain, and Monokuma reached into my pocket and took the sticker. See? This one. I'm sorry I was born stupid. You bought this? But in the end, he's gonna watch the movie. Who cares about that? Just hurry up and give me an invitation. There you go. It already says so on the invitation, but it's effective only today at this time. By the way, I can only give 1 ticket per person. You would have 1 chance to watch it for free. It's already stamped on today's date, so you won't be able to cheat.
Look forward to it.
Then I'll go prepare the projection reel. Please wait.
Hey.
Strongly recommend you keep that safe. Think of it as a protective charm. Okay. Wizard of Monomi? Monami? Interesting. Grab some food for the movie? Reminds me, the item should be on top of the counter. Oh, the bag! Somebody would have had to bought it, right? Limited what item, only one person can have it.
What's this?
Oh, were you interested in buying that?
Too bad.
Well, it's just too bad, it's already sold out.
You're so
Stupid, there's no way I'd fall for
stupid.
that. There's no way I'd say something that reveal who the killer is. Killer bought it? Ah! I remember you said it was the only one because it's a limited item. It's not limited to one, it's more like limited to one person. What's the difference?
Hey.
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. A common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes. For some reason, hearing you say that pisses me off. So there's 2 bags. Now then, I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue.
Now then.
Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter right away.
Wait, I can't wait.
I apologize for keeping you waiting. World famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monomi 2.5D will be screening shortly.
Now then, please relax and enjoy the film.
Alright, I will. The Wizard of Monomi.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates.
Okay.
One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise, and was whisked away to Monami's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard Monami, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends.
Is this canon? Oh!
Monokuma met a Monami scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, the Monami scarecrow hanged herself and died. He also met a Monami lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows.
That's supposed to be
He
Akane.
also met a Monami tin man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron.
Oh, and that's the small one.
After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monami, the great and powerful. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monami. And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his
Took their
days in
pensions?
luxury. And he lived happily ever after. The end.
Man, movies are the best. What drama that was moving? I needed 2 boxes of tissue.
So,
Now then, let's meet again at the class trial. Goodbye. I think it might be Sonia, actually. right? Because it said she got a kingdom. So it's like, that could be Sonia. Yeah. I mean, she was also not there. She doesn't have an alibi. She's as dumb as a bag of rocks. Yeah, that's exactly why she'd like tried to follow the movie, right? She wanted to live out the fairy tale to be the ultimate princess or something? I don't know. Akane? It could be Akane too. Because the wording for Akane's was because she was a timid one. And so that was her disease. And so it said she was pumped full of arrows. Meaning she could have been given ammunition to kill, right? So that's another good option. But I don't know. I don't think Akane would have done it, especially if her mental state was altered, because that could be counted as like Monokuma doing the murder, because he's the one who introduced the disease. Does that make sense? I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe this situation. How was it? Actually, I don't even have to ask. Totally expected your reaction. It's honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it okay to even call that a movie? But thanks to that movie, you know now, right? Just like he said, the characters who killed in the movie matched the victim's case. Ibuki's death by hanging matched Scarecrow's death in the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko's suspended body matches the lion's death too. It would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems it wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer is upset about that right now. Or the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder. They should be upset about it, but not sure that's even true. Oh, also Sonia's the one who's really into murders, right? She's like the one that's like super into serial killers. So she'd be the one who commit more than one, if anything. Right? I think it's Sonia. Calling it now. The Wizard of Minomi has been added to the truth bullets. Ding dong, bing bong.
Hello, how's everybody doing? It's me, Monokuma.
Yeah, she'd be the one to like imitate another serial killer.
The class
Right?
trial's gonna start, you know. So, make sure you guys come to Monokuma Rock ASAP. I'll see you soon.
That's also why it's so complicated. They set up this whole elaborate thing literally on a stage and filmed it. Like Sonia would do that if she's like really into TV murder. Trial! The best part! You need to go to that place again, but now it's not the time. The reason Ibuki and Hiyoko became victims, in order to find the truth. The only thing I can do is go. Bing bong ding dong. Alright, we gotta check my little dude. Hopefully he's not dead. Oh, he's got 3 pieces of poop. Give him a present though. We have 6 of these. Maybe take a shirt. I didn't even see the raid, by the way. You just raid me from yourself? I hosted? Oh. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock. And soon enough... Yeah, there's like not that many people. Oh, is what does that do? The ultimate trainer. Is he gonna be here? Hold it right there.
Such a dumb
Don't get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short a few brain cells. Ah, okay, cool. Thank you. It didn't say it in my activity feed for some reason. My brain works just fine. Monokuma, what did you do with Nekomaru? Hey, so you've come to avenge him. Avenge? Sounds like you say, oops. Anyway, since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent. Now then, I go first.
I won't let you.
Hold on. I won't let you escape.
Hey, hey.
Did you hear what he said?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekomaru is dead. He's just trying to upset us.
Damn it!
Of course he's not dead. There's no way. Not in a million years.
Well,
Best to worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us, except Nekomaru, will die. Why are you so excited about that?
how about
Who
it?
knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing a poetic justice prevail. Interesting word choice.
What do you...
You'll find out soon enough.
See?
Let's go.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with. You're right. Alright, let's go. Roar. We stepped onto the escalator and ascended towards the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lineup silhouette kept getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. Boom, boom, boom. And everyone was inside Monokuma Rock. Celeste Ludenberg still in the chat? Elevator began its steep descent as usual. But nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. Less and less people. I think? Oh, never. Elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizing so. Light poured through from the other side, eroding boundaries of the darkness. Just shut up, Haji. My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats. 2 people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here. Is he really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
No. That's
Why bother?
well now.
Now then, let's begin. It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. Whoop, whoop. And so the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. Ibuki Moida, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Yoko Sayonji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change that herself. She was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. The person who killed those 2 is among us. Is this Among Us too? Oh. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost, for our sake. For our friend's sake. For Ibuki and Hiyoko's sake. And so, the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. The life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, begun. You guys ready for the trial? Extraordinary focus. Oh, we bought these last time and then didn't even equip them before the... Alright. That's funny. Trial time. Alright, real quick. Review our evidence. We got Monokuma file saying they're both died by blows to the throat. 1 a slash, 1 a crush. Blood on the bottom of Ibuki's slippers. Rope that was used for hanging. It was brought most likely from the general store. Metal key that was inside Sayonji's kimono. Tight so nobody else messed with it. Thick scrap of paper stuck on the lightning rafters. Interesting. Music venue curtain is very strange. It is new. It's not wide enough to reach the sides and is brought from the supermarket. It's not there originally. Step ladder with blood on the left side specifically. I could just stay in it and do this. The candle found at the music venue, it looks dim light. It looks like the dim light seen in the surveillance camera was actually from this candle. I did set my skills. I forgot last time. The surveillance camera you put inside the music venue for communication, it's been smashed. Who could... The AC was cranked up to 86 and it was extremely hot. Smudge on the floor. Since Ibuki had no open wounds, it's probably belonged to Hiyoko. Strange blob that was stuck inside the venue with the doors stuck to each other. This is the most interesting piece of evidence, I think. The most one that makes no sense. Unless they're trying to completely block out light and the murder was like during the day or something yesterday. Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. She rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, who apparently met up. The video that Hajime saw at the hospital showed a person dressed in a hospital gown wearing a hemp bag on their head as they willingly climbed a stepladder towards a noose. After Fuyuhiko met with Mikan in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. They checked the movie theater and Electric Avenue but didn't find anyone. Apparently, so I think somebody's going to say they were at one of those two places when we should have looked for them, and we're going to have to use this. We're going to have to remember. This one's going to be hard. Apparently, Fuyuhiko and Mikan were only separated for a short time. Hiyoko was distraught because her kimono was disheveled and she was unable to tie it on her own. That's when Sonia apparently told her about the full-length mirror. Don't squish the slime! Yeah, she's a little bit, but I don't think so. Invitation ticket prepared by Monokuma. One ticket was passed out per person and the date was printed. Oh, so it has the date that each person watched the movie on it. So we could ask somebody else for that. No! A Monami tote bag was sold at the movie theater. It's limited because only one person can buy it. Yet, if you buy it, you get 2. The movie that Monokuma directed, there's a total of 3 deaths in the movie. Monami Scarecrow died hanging herself. Next, Monami line was pumped full of arrows. Interesting. Finally, Monami Tin Man died of getting chopped into metal pieces. That's it. Alright, you guys want my Gigabrain theory? You ready for it? Hydrate. Alright. Whew. That water's cold. Actually, I think the Mikan theory is very creditable. Because I'm almost confident the film that the video that we saw of somebody climbing up the stepladder to go to the noose was filmed in in the conference room of the hospital, not in the theater like we initially thought. One of the reasons pointing to that is because the blood on the left side specifically. No, that's fine. I need to drink water. So I think it was faked, or at least duplicated, right? So that's why there's a curtain both in the conference room and a curtain brought to the thing. What about Akane? We'll get to that. Right? So the stepladder, this one has blood specifically on the left side, and if that was true, we would have seen it in the video that we saw, the first video. Right? Also, there were 2 stepladders and there's 2 tote bags. 2 stepladders that we saw before that wasn't specifically mentioned as a clue, but we explored that back room before and saw that there's 2 tote bags. I think the person in the video of the first one was probably Akane, who for some reason, I don't think she committed the murder, but she might have helped. What else? The candle, this was placed there to like help sell the fact that there's no light. Something has to do with light, because they use the gel to block light, I think is what this is for. What else? Right, so I think it's either Sonia or Mikan, but I'd pick Sonia. You want up? You want up, cat? What was that meow? Alright. So that's my theory, right? The murder was filmed at a different time to make the murders look like they took place at that time. I think also Sonia could have lured Saionji to the theater using the mirror, telling her about the mirror. But that's like big steps forward. That's what we got so far. Alright, we're just gonna start.
Now then, let's begin.
I got
with a
almost the
simple
last trial completely
explanation of
right.
the class trial. During the class trial,
So I'm pretty happy about that.
Present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
The pink-haired guy? The pink-haired guy maybe could even be an accomplice? I don't know. Good question. Soda?
I'll punish
Sonia,
anyone
you mean?
besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Are you gonna be like some dumb
who
joke?
cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Ah, true. Just alibi.
Even if you do grasp
Soda!
it, you're just
Oh.
gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
I like Kazuichi better.
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Oh, counter logic.
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Lol. Anyway,
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel
like
team.
truth bullet
because of the
added.
disparities.
Dreams in head.
The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened.
Truth bullet. Shh.
Mikan came by
Move
to
on.
wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light
Wait,
on
hold
the
on.
surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time.
So while this is happening, I think Mikan. Yeah, I think Mikan did it. Alright, I'm changing it off Sonia. Mikan did it. Sadly, I wanted her to live, so my feelings were clouding my judgment. So while we were in the lobby, she was obviously upstairs recording, because that thing. I was thinking originally somebody could record a video and replay it back, or like show a TV replaying it back. But if she was just had the nightgown and the extra bag, she could have the one, went up to the thing, right? And then like opened the light or something. I don't know.
When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was
Mikan.
a
Yeah.
video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story. And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, and there's a light on too. So if the lights went out, In the music video, they would have had to turn all the lights back on.
I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Interesting.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital.
Kind of just a recap of all the stuff that happened.
Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to
What?
see if he could help me out.
Why did she say it like that?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from
Why are you
those two that
blushing?
Ibuki disappeared, so I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door.
Do we have a bathroom break in 10 minutes? Yeah. Sounds good. I need a stretch.
And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
Also, Mikan would also know that she would need to turn up the temperature to be able to not tell when the bodies would how long they decayed.
So that's how the case
Like,
played out.
she can't identify time and death. She would know
I
to do
understood
that
it very
for
easily.
herself. But also Sonia would
Well,
know to
it's
do that
clear what
because
the
she
problem
knows
with this
crimes,
case is.
you know,
When
detective
Hajime
movies.
left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Huh? Oh, so we have to
Sorry,
prove our own.
I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is
Someone is
clearly
mad. It's me?
suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video and the first one to discover
Oh.
Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now.
Lie? Why would I lie?
No. I also do, because I couldn't understand.
So you could make us ignore what...
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying,
Oh.
I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Okay. Just as Kazuichi said, Nagita's the kind of guy who will just confuse us, make matters worse. Shouldn't have explained it to Nagita, now I'm in trouble. Make your argument. Hotel room key, surveillance camera unit, surveillance monitor video. Movie's invitation ticket. Oh, we could say we haven't seen the
Hajime's
movie.
testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
Boom! First try.
No, that's wrong. I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Got him.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time.
I mean, somebody else could have given me their stamp.
Isn't
right?
that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Just trying to clear our alibi first.
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
Good idea.
It also provides a good warm-up.
Oh,
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
They're just both like, objection.
Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
Nekomaru?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However,
I don't think it's him.
that
Anything
door is
related.
the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and
Oh.
Kazuichi.
Bum 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 bum.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
True.
Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like, huh?
Sonya did something and Kazuichi was definitely involved. Yeah, I think possible. Because he could have been like, oh, let me help you become the ultimate princess. Blah, blah, blah. I'll be your knight. I'll simp. Alright, bathroom break time. I'm not even touching you. That's so whiny. Alright, I'm gonna stretch, grab some water. Now you can start dancing. He's gone. Start dancing, quick. My precious boy. My son. He only cries. That's all he does. You guys like my shirt? Got a fox lady on it. From Akon 2018. Yeah, I don't know why she doesn't hang out. She was the original? Yeah. She doesn't like Danganronpa, maybe. I don't know. One of those things I think you have to watch and get into. All right, tell us when you're back. I'm back. How's your pee break? You doing a gamer pee? You know those like where they like push it out real frothy. Dude, drink some water. You violently. No, I'm just looking up on you, man. What's the word called for pee doctor? There's a weird word for it. They like examine urine. I think maybe urinologist, but that sounds dumb. Urologist, maybe. Urinology. Okay, everyone ready?
You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Oh.
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
True.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
Killer was inside the musical venue. Yuhiko obviously thinks that, but is that really it?
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside,
They tried to keep...
Interesting. Maybe he shut it from the outside somehow. I think this is gonna be a hard one. Semi-transparent glob.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Stall for time. That makes
How
sense.
did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
What?
the lock
Cat.
was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
See, she knows. She knows the strats. Person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence. He always gives you a hint, so he's like saying, this is the contradiction that you need to use with my own
The
evidence.
killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside.
Oh!
Second, there's
That's
also
right.
a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside?
How? There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
They put the drumstick and then the glob underneath to hold it, and then once the heat increased, the drumstick fell and locked the door. I thought. Gum. Rubber. Gummy. It's either rubber or glue.
I see.
Yeah, glue. No, because the gamer girl said it tasted gross, so it couldn't be gummy.
Glue?
Said it tasted industrial.
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
Brother.
Based on all that, I'm
What's
certain
that?
it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door,
Can push it open?
must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly. But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
And how'd they put the stick?
What'd you say?
Oh, they just
First of all,
broke the
Didn't
drumstick.
that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
Open it myself, father.
It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Genius.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose?
Yes, yes.
Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
That was in the first one, the rules of the locked room. Like the 4 different ways that a locked room crime can be set up. One of them was to make it seem like it's locked. It was locked when it wasn't.
That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
So,
They taught us that in the
during
first
10 minutes
game. It's
Hajime
actually cool.
left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Hmm.
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slow
like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
I think. Maybe her body was there, but the pillar was turned around or something.
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
I agree.
Just reveal?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too.
There'd be blood places, right?
Here, I have proof.
Oh?
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
One was hung. One was having by a crushed windpipe due to, lack of oxygen due to a crushed windpipe. The other was slit throat. One of them was hung for sure. That scrap was stuck on the baton lightning in the music venue. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. Wait, what? Wait. I actually have no idea what it is. W. A. Oh. A. R. Probably an R. Wrestling? Rapping. Oh, it's rapping, right? Rapping. Nope. Hey, what? Wallpaper. Oh, wrong one. Oh. No, my A. Oh. This is hard. Okay. Wall PA. Here we go. PA. P E R. We're gonna need that. PAP. E, here we go.
I got it!
What?
Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Why?
In the music
They're trying to get me
storage
some
room, there should have been black
dumb
wallpaper
joke.
that's the same color as that scrap.
For any room, there should be a wall.
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there?
Right. You overlaid
E
the scraps
N
that
S
was
L
caught
P
in the
P
light, tear in the wallpaper.
E S O.
See? It fits perfectly.
Make any sense?
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton line
Are you gonna,
was
like, cut up
originally
the
part of
audio?
wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Scrap of paper that the baton was connected to the sudden appearance. Oh, her body was there. It was just covered up in wallpaper. I mean, I said that, but not wallpaper specifically. I said something with the wallpaper earlier. Logic dive. Oh, it's my favorite one. I don't get it either. All right, we're gamers. We're gaming. Oh, Kobe. Question 1. Why did Hayako body suddenly appear under the crime scene? It was hidden. Speed boost? Oh, we missed. I gotta like do this. Going max speed. Why did the killer take he used to hide her body? Oh! Oh. We don't need brakes. Oh! Wait, maybe we need brakes. Boost. Question 3. How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper that covered the pillar? Kobe. Oh. Nice. I know. I figured it was one of those types of jokes. I was like,
Got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
oh, that's why the one on the left's partially covered?
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
Oh, yeah.
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Oh.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers is to make it look like that killer.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music video.
There's a crack over
The
there?
killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper, and because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
Oh, got him.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on it.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the killer is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
What's the point of revealing it though? They could have just left her covered, right?
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Oh, I guess to change the
Good
time.
point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey! Don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
It's okay.
You're pretty noisy.
If there were
For
better
someone
jokes, I
who
would have
eats
laughed too.
mothballs.
I don't eat moss balls. I just enjoy looking at them.
Dude, moss balls are actually like really cool looking. I agree.
knew it.
I used to
There are
have
so
pet
many
moss balls.
similarities. It must have been intentional.
So you can see what's happening. Good. I don't know why you always have problems, Jalen.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason they killed 2 victims in that movie. Because they like movies, their accomplice escape? Their weapon mix up the killing order. Right.
Crap.
Oh, I'm stupid. I don't know. Probably order. I think that's what it wants me to pick. But I don't like the movie. Didn't make me think of a
The reason the
specific
killer
order.
imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
I mean, they just talked about the order, so I was like, it's
And
probably that one.
Hyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
I guess we're still on that.
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of
But like the
Ibuki's
movie
body
didn't make me
suggests
think of
that as well.
the order.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
Oh.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right?
Don't
Because
talk
you
to
don't
Chiaki
understand
like
what
that.
I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was killed.
Oh, because of the blood on the bottom of her
Meaning
shoes.
Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor
Don't
when
yell.
Hyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with
A
no
low-class
psychic
creature with no
abilities like you
psychic.
know something like that?
Because
Dang.
she was doing
Oh,
something
her
that's
face.
only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
Ironic, since he's the one
You're one to talk.
in a delusion. He was walking on blood. Dude's pretty sus. He's just stupid.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Wait, what? Oh, I'm supposed to contradict. I always forget that.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Boom. Agree.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something.
He's the leader of a gang of hamsters. Don't expect too much. True.
That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
Was there?
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Mm.
Don't underestimate
Oh!
the power of the evil
The counter.
eye.
They could have taken her shoes off and put it in the blood.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
True.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? It's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how
Bloof?
serious I am, this world might be
The
destroyed.
legendary substance. Blue.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Rebuttal showdown. Rope used for hanging. Smudge on the floor. I think this is what it. I'll make a bet.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood. You can't step on blood that was... Just see a nice nightmare.
By his exaggerated process, I feel like I've already seen an opening.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime. There was no blood on the floor.
Boom! There was blood.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
But what they wipe it with?
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do. You look closer.
Do we all just
There's
have
a stain on the
cameras?
floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
Oh,
Even if they're able to hide
nice.
Hyoko's
Glad you had
body,
fun.
it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Tell your parents I said hi. Just kidding, you don't have to do that.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the
Probably
open,
listening to it
and
with
it
headphones
wasn't
in the
bleeding
car.
from any open wounds at
Been
all.
there.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far. Aside from Nikon, none of us were aware of that fact. So the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Nikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to
Yeah,
object,
I could always
right?
tell when somebody tries to manipulate the trial of death because it's missing in the Monokuma file, right? Like, like so far the only part that's weird about the game is like anytime there's something missing or like something different about a trial than something else, like so rules wise, that's how you know it's relevant to the case. You know what I mean? Like if the time of death is missing, then you know
It's decided.
a time of death is
Hyoko was killed
important to
before
like
Ibuki.
how the killer did it.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Picking a jumping ninja? Dude, when I was a kid, I would like look at the power lines and imagine Sonic running along the lines on the rope like super fast alongside my car. And then I would have him like jump across all the cars in the front and go to the other window, like for long car rides.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
You know what I'm talking about? Where you like just imagining something crazy
Now
happening.
then, let us resume our debate.
It was always Sonic.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last
Or the
time,
Flash.
too?
Sometimes once I like
Hey,
learned about the
if the
Flash,
victim actually
I'd
committed
imagine him like
suicide,
running
what
or
are we
like in
supposed to
slow
do?
mo doing all this stuff that where he's just like casually like, you know. The victim committed suicide. What we're supposed to do.
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is.
Ah.
Think about it. A suicide means you killed the most important
Gotta go
existence
fast.
of all, yourself.
Speed. Get the Chaos Emerald.
Unfortunately, that means there's no Blackened to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
It could be done. Oh yeah. Probably.
Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered.
Mm.
For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
Well, the Sakura. Can we romance a guy?
But if Ibuki's the killer,
Maybe.
she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the
You just want
murders,
Nagito.
right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive.
We'll just keep
When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
unless Nekomaru's dead. All the girls we talked to die? I know. My timing has been horrible.
Hajime left. That's when she could have made her move.
At least we didn't start on Peko. I would have been extra sad.
She hanged herself. Remember?
I'm down for
There's no fucking
Fuyuhiko,
way she
actually.
could've faked
I
that.
like him.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means... There's no doubt that
Only women die in this game.
What the heck? There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Oh.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone
Just keep
forced
talking
her
to
do it?
Chiaki over and over again. Not care.
Forced? Perhaps they used
Well,
hypnotism
we'll go
or
with whatever
something?
girl doesn't die. So either Sonia or Mikan.
I don't know anything
All right.
about that.
Don't say it all proud.
No, I think most of them did.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was. So, an alibi.
She's neither. She's an animal.
Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
No, wrong.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it has
Oh,
some
wait,
kind of
never mind.
secret recording
Maybe
feature.
true.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. and I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time.
Ooh. I think also the disease could have been a motive for Mikan, because she was like, oh, I'll do anything to save my patients, anything, including kill somebody, so that the motive is used up, right? Because her patient at the time was Nagito.
I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Mikan's account. Could be hard. Okay, we're just going to go with whatever we hear. Use logic.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Wait. Not true. Mikan was with Hajime. Oh wait, he's saying before. Right up until... Okay, so...
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then...
Mikan has an alibi.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi.
Our dude's like, we're safe. You guys figure it out.
In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
But she's the one who did it. That's why it makes it...
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Oh.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Da-da-da. Oh, Chikon jealous?
Too much info.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And convinced her to kill herself as retaliation? No, I'm thinking Mikan did the murders like way late in the night and set everything up. And then came to sleep on top of us as her alibi. Right, that's my current theory.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
No, it's not what it looks like.
About it like that.
She was trying to take us out.
The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Nobody has alibis.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Hmm?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
That's what I was wondering, because I was like, that doesn't really that's weak
another
evidence.
reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Killer had a different reason? Still in the killer's trap, inside a trap set by one of us. If so. Oh. It's like, are we gonna have to pick somebody right now?
Hiya!
Why, hello there, Monomi. Moss balls sure look tasty today. Stop! Don't characterize me as somebody who lives off moss balls. Here's some chance time. What? And then Monomi's appeal time starts now. Your kind-hearted big brother is going to give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck. Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. While you are whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words. Too long, it'll just be a boring. Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. I'm Usami, magical miracle girl. I'm a itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk. Thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
Who are you talking about? I have no clue. You think it's Akane? Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation.
Oh.
Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this?
Music though.
We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Aye, aye, Cap. The reason the killer did an imitation mirror. Sound like something like that even exist?
Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
Nomi's so annoying.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Suicide.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
That.
But I'm thinking
Oh, you
about
did
it
shut up.
again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Eight.
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right? But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Wait, they thought she was supposed to be the lion?
That's probably it, but
She's not supposed to be the lion. She's supposed to be the Tin Man, who's mean.
if falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
What?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Chikan. Yaki.
Strange details. Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Why? Hyoko went to the music venue. That's the key to all this? Need to find out that no matter cost. Put on shoes, scrap of thick paper. Okay. Oh,
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
okay. I gotta read the motel room key real quick. It was buried deep inside her kimono.
There's no way we'd know that.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No. Oh wait. Let's contradict. I thought she was saying.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
Their high-pitched voice.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Okay.
I agree with that.
I agree.
It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious.
Yo, Kami, how many channel points do you have right now? Curious.
Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then some—
I won't move.
Oh, about 30,000?
Are you saying my gut was wrong?
All right, I might need to up the 1v1 me price.
My first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
No, that's not the issue.
The real home.
Shut up! Enough with your
No, I was just trying to get an
I'll
estimation
shut
of
you
how
up
much
right
I should
now.
make certain stuff. Because... Wait, what are we arguing about? Sonya's account, Yukiko's account, surveillance, Mikan's.
Hyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted, or the killer forced their way into Hyoko's room. Forcibly abducted her! That girl is so small and weak looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
No, yeah, I know. I've only
Inside her room,
I've only been
right?
streaming
She
like
definitely got abducted.
a month and a
The killer
half.
Forced their way into Hyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
Advance.
But Hyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember?
Yes,
It's more
yes.
likely that Hyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
Advance again? Oh, again.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hyoko's box. Her kimono was all messed up.
Wait. Was it? Mikan's account. Oh, that's gonna be Sonya's account.
She fought the kid. That's the proof she was abducted, right? My gut is totally right after all.
Gonna be
Hold on.
Sonya's
Try
account.
remembering Hyoko's box. Her kimono was all messed up.
Wait, what? It's all messed up. There should be no doubt about that.
Hold on. Try remembering Hyoko's Her kimono was all messed. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She...
Hold on. Did I pick the right thing? Sonia's account dropped because her kimono was disheveled and she was unable to tie it on her own. That's when Sonia apparently told her about the full-length mirror. This should make sense. Unrelated. Account. Smudge. Oh, this one. Okay. Cool. We're not arguing it was messed up. We're arguing she fought the killer. Okay, that makes sense.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Kyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something.
What do you want it to do, Soda?
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Aileen is Soda.
Though that may not
They're the
apply
same.
to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Oh, the mega simp.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing.
Oh,
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
For his sake.
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Oh, whoever did the murder of Ibuki, she would have had to transport Ibuki's body from somewhere else. Oh no, yeah. So you would have had to set it up, the timing of the stuff. So, including like she would have had to go put the candle and all that other stuff in there. So maybe she saw her there at the time.
When she went to the
Yeah,
venue by herself,
they're about to say that.
She was
I got
probably
it!
just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She
What'd you
was
get?
killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki.
No!
The
Don't listen to
killer most
Jalen.
likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
Killed Hiyoko.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation
Yeah,
murders
makes sense.
first.
That's part of what I thought at the
What was
beginning
the
too.
killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
Nice, Jalen. Killer's plan from the beginning. I'm pretty sure they were very, very close.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Oh, we're relying on him.
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet? Oh, am I allowed to speak? Oh, I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh?
Oh.
What are you talking about?
I mean, yeah, if there's somebody to
I
cover
thought
up their
there might
body.
be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene.
Wait, yeah, they're just saying.
There'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue.
Well, also, they're just saying the bottom of her shoes have blood, so she couldn't have died first.
So that's why
So
I think
like they
there's
couldn't
no
have
way
like
she
put the
faked
bag on
death.
her head or anything.
There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Huh. Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
No, wait a minute. Ibuki had blood on her feet, then the footprints all over the place. She was walking around.
It's very strange.
This is strange? What's strange?
So they both would have had to died a long time ago. Plus, also, they set up the wallpaper to be torn off for some reason. It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints are still an important clue. If she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. And why? Why weren't there any footprints? On the... Because the smudge, right? On the stepladder. Oh! Oh!
If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints.
Oh,
on
she
it.
climbed up the side of it.
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
Did you notice such a small detail? How amazing! This is
What are you talking about? Obviously leading us to this, that's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. You're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder?
So,
Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
it was somebody else.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video.
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
Just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video. And whether or not we could reach the hidden truth, all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Yeah, I think the killer, it was like staged. Both the kills were a long time ago, like the night before or something, or the night, yeah. And then so at the time they made it look like it was over there. There's some hidden clue in that video. I should have seen it. I'm the only one who could clear that up. Logic dive? In that hanging video I saw, based on everything we know from the debates thus far, I should be able to figure what's strange. The curtain in the back is green. The candle, the bag, rope, spot selection, the ground.
Damn it!
Oh no. There's no blood.
Here!
Yeah, okay, I already said that. I said this earlier.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
No blood on the
Can
side.
you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier.
Step bro.
It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder.
Oh.
However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any
Why would there
bloodstains
be blood on the side?
stepladder in the
Good
video.
question.
It was completely clean.
They killed
That is truly strange.
they killed her near the stepladder.
If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's
Probably.
death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. The stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
I said that too.
Wait, are you saying there were 2 stepladders?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
He's trying to steal our girl.
What are you two talking about?
Stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Kagi said the stepladder was at a different place, but that's the case. The thing that's different between the video and the actual scene of the crime, that thing in place really did something. The curtain. Right? Oh, what the heck? I wish I could review my evidence right here. I can't. What's the difference between the video I saw and the actual crime scene? The difference. No. Get rid of one of those. Get rid of one of those. I'm trying to think. No, not M. Kind of like Wheel of Fortune, yeah. F-I... Fine, Fim... No. Yo, that doesn't make any sense. Film? ILM. Filming. Filming lights? Something like that? L. Oh. Lighting. Filming lighting. Oh. Oh. Filming. Long? Filming location. Okay, L-O. Alright, we got it now. L-O-C. B. A. E. Wrong button. A-T. I can't spell. B-I. Oh! Over there. I. Boom! Filming location. I got it. Sorry.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have
I was
been
like,
different
the curtain, but like I was thinking a step ahead.
What do you mean?
And then filming lights because I was like the candle.
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue.
Oh, yeah, I know how to spell location. I was just
It was filmed somewhere else.
like the wrong button because you have to like left click to accept and right click to remove.
Then there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with
Oh,
the surveillance
Nekumaro
camera
didn't
unit.
die as far as we know yet. In order to show us that they filmed the video, the music venue, or else, what did the killer do to the surveillance camera unit? They moved it. They crushed it. Oh, logic dive. Okay. Boom, let's go. We gotta make up points. One. Part of the surveillance camera unit did the killer tamper with? Oh! Camera. At least. Wait, what the heck? How am I supposed to... I guess we have to break. That's dumb. Maybe not. Gotta have faster reaction speeds. I literally can't even turn that fast. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue or at the hospital? The music venue. Get good. I'm trying. Obi. Look at that. Boom, we're pros. Wait, what did the killer do with the camera from the music venue surveillance camera unit? Took it with them? They took it with them, yeah. Run 2 with the skateboard. There's a lot of games that are like this.
It's all coming together.
There's that one where you're like in 3D and you have to like change the dimensions of gravity. This is the first trial in this. This in the first trial is almost impossible. Oh.
With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Oh.
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
I don't need to read.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
That's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
They smashed it. Destroy. So
Killer
sus.
smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not.
Yeah,
My
I don't think
attention
she has a
was so
motive.
focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
Even I
The moment
trying to defend
Hajime
himself.
left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And
Also
they
smashed
destroyed
it.
and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Means even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. Why it was filmed in the hospital? Where was the video filmed to make it look like it was at the film at the music venue? The only possibility is that place, inside that building. Huh? The hospital. A conference room. The Conference room, got it first try. Gonna get rid of them until I see them. Should get that R. Wait, what? F. Oh, yeah, I forgot that. I thought I already had R. F, R. What? Wait, how do we spell conference? F. F-E-R. Ference. Stupid. R O for F E N C E. Give me an E. Give me an E. O O Rung R O O. You're a native speaker here? Oh, I grew up in El Paso. I was actually taught horrible English. So I spell almost everything phonetically.
Possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
Spanish 3? No. Oh, my Spanish is horrible. Although I took Spanish 4 in high school. To make the conference room look like a music venue, the killer went ahead and did some work. Gotta make clear what that work was. Make your argument. Music venue curtain. My guess.
There's no way the conference room
No, I probably couldn't.
and the music venue look the same.
Like, I barely passed Spanish 3.
Each place resembled the other. Did the conference room look like the music venue?
No? Yeah, same.
Damn it!
Wait, what?
There's no
Music
way
venue
the
curtains,
conference
scrap of
room
thick paper, motel,
and the
no
music
AC,
venue look the
surveillance.
same.
Which place
That's ladder,
resembled
music
the
venue.
other?
It's the one.
Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Music. Yeah, that one.
That must be it.
I'm not fluent. No, not even
What
close.
it did was like the music venue, the crime.
No,
scene
like I had a
looked like the conference
my. It was like a weird situation. So my Spanish teacher was like a really good friend of mine. And so like I barely passed Spanish 3, a lot partly because of her. And at the time, my girlfriend was in my Spanish 3 class, and she was gonna take Spanish 4. So you need another bathroom break? All right, we can take a bathroom break, or I'll just talk. And then so I took Spanish 4 because one, my favorite teacher was, you guys got some urine problems. You gotta see a urologist. Hold it. Just get a bottle like me. No, yeah, so I took Spanish 4 because, you know, my favorite teacher took it, or was teaching it, and my girlfriend was also in that class at the time. And so, like, but there was some weird stuff that was going on with the teacher. So, like, she had some, like, medical problems and some, like, personal stuff going on. And she actually got, like, super, super depressed. And so, for like all of Spanish 4, like the first half of the year, she was absent. And we had a sub. And so eventually, because she was just like had to teach, right? So whenever she would teach, I was like the class clown, and we also had a really small class, mind you. We had like 10 kids in Spanish 4. And so she liked teaching our class because we were the advanced class, and 2, we had all taken her like for 4 years, and we had all just were goofing off the whole time. So because of that, she had started like not even teaching any of the other grades. Like she would have a substitute, and then she would just come in just for our period, because our period was the last period of the day, 8th period, and just teach our class. A lot of it was due to me, because it was just she told me this after. She said I was like really fun to have in class. And so because of that, she didn't even teach us Spanish. Pretty much, we spent like the whole time doing projects that were like, what's it called? They're just random fun stuff. So like we would play charades and do like, play Connect 4. Like we had board games all the time, and then we would do coloring stuff. And we had like a bunch of group projects where we would have to like pick a country and like learn a bunch of stuff about it and then give a presentation about it. Well, I mean, it's yes and no. Like most of the other kids like knew Spanish, right? And like it didn't really matter, because there's the ones that knew Spanish, and then there's like a few other kids in the second group that were like didn't care to know Spanish. Like I didn't care if I did well on the AP test or not, because I wasn't even going to use that credit. It was just taking it for fun. And, just because, like, Spanish 4 is not a required class or anything. I chose it as an elective. And so, like, we learned a bit of Spanish, right? She wasn't, like, completely not teaching, but it almost became more of just, like, a chill class, period. And we would work on other stuff and hang out. It was cool, because, like, my girlfriend was also in the class for the whole year. So I just hung out with her and the class. And like I was so good at charades. It was so funny. We played charades like 20 times. And we would do charades. We would do Kahoot. We played Kahoot all the time, because we could just do any Spanish Kahoot and make it what related to the Spanish, and it was just games time. Pretend Spanish, basically. I knew so little Spanish. When I took the AP test, there's on the AP test for Spanish, if you haven't taken it, there's like different phases to the test. So like there's one where it's multiple choice written, there's one where you like read a paragraph, and then you have to write out like multiple sentences responses to the paragraph. And then there's the third one, which is one where you go onto a computer and you put it on a headset, and there's a guy that talks to you in Spanish. It's to get your actual conversation skills. It's like a recording. And so you're supposed to like, he'll talk for like a few sentences and then ask you a question about what he just said, all in Spanish. Even the question was in Spanish, which was the hardest part. And so literally I said no sé for every single audio response, and that was it. And I had like a friend next to me, and he'd heard me say no sé, and then normally everyone else is like in the room giving like 3-4 sentence responses. Wait, Mystic is here, and he's just cracking up because I'm only saying no sé, like I don't understand. I think I got a 0 on that Spanish test. Anyway, sorry. Really short story time. But it's like my favorite class I've ever taken.
They did that by using the
Back to the
curtain
game.
hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember,
No
there used
hablar.
to be a really
Me
flashy
llamo
curtain,
Wyatt.
but after the incident, it somehow became a
Me
push-down
llamo.
curtain that
That's
didn't
like
seem
one
to
of the
be
few
very
things I
close.
learned, was that there are different dialects of Spanish. depending on where you are.
That's right.
In one of them,
It's so
the two L sound, instead of
Just
making a
like
Y,
Monomi.
it makes a zzz.
Oh yeah?
So
Well,
me llamo.
your face
Or tijas.
stupid.
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like a conference room?
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference
That's due to
room
one of
was
the
hung out,
projects we did on some other country. I think it was Argentina, something like that.
it is a black
Argentina?
light
Yep.
curtain
Boom, I
that's
just said
long
it.
enough to reach the floor.
I remembered correctly.
I see. The conference
I,
room.
I thought it was so cool. And then, so
Floor of that
we did
room
that, and then
is
for the rest of the year, anytime I
the
said the
same
double L
color as
sound,
the
I said
music venue
zzz
stage.
instead. I used their dialect.
So the killer chose the conference room because they realized
My
the
teacher
floor
thought it was the
matched.
funniest thing ever. So I just permanently changed how I said everything.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Something else. Wait, something else the killer tampered with the evidence? Candle?
I can prove it.
Boom!
You're referring to the candle in the music video, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. If you think about it, it's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But
Oh.
wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably
So we couldn't see
to
very
tamper
well.
with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue were so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was
Ew.
lightly placed there just to make me think it
Yeah,
was the
no
same candle that was used
No
in the
Costa
video.
Rican Spanish? Argentinian Spanish?
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail.
At least
Maybe
it's
they
not
were going for
Spain
that fact.
Spanish. Cringe.
With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much of
They're,
the dark
they
area.
slur.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
Oh!
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime, it's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard Bayside cops say that before. But isn't it the other way around?
Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room?
Oh.
Then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
Video was filmed at the conference room, but Ibuki's body was at the music venue, which means the fake somewhere. The fake must have been... Wait, the fake must have been... The Ibuki at the con...
I see!
Okay, yeah.
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put
Oh.
on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
How'd they coordinate the
By
candle
that
going out,
time,
though?
The real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
Maybe. But maybe that's also why they use candle lighting. Happened, there's no matter how quickly I ran, I was impossible. At that moment, I already killed was already in the killer's trap. And the one who set the trap for me was...
But why did the killer
Oh.
go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Oh.
Huh?
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
That's right. I should already know. I should have already known who the killer is. You could always tell by their face. Oh, everyone's kind of sweating. She doesn't care. She's looking.
You're the only one!
Oh.
Miko, you're the killer, aren't you?
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Oh.
The killer? Huh? I'm the killer?
She gonna go crazy?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question!
She's got an evil side.
We're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
Oh. Oh. If Mikon got the disease, it would have caused her personality to be the opposite. So instead of being the ultimate caregiver or the ultimate nurse, she would be the ultimate, like, harm bringer type. You know, she would be super aggro, which is why she killed somebody. No, it was a disease because she was the one tending to all the secret people.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikon have an alibi.
Yeah, she's saying slowpoke multiple times.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
I mean, that's not true. Somebody could have been in the hospital before and just went around her, but shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep. You insist I'll use the on-call room, because the on-call room is not the... Better relax in the lobby.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming.
It could have been somebody else,
By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the
but I still think I still thought it was her.
and showed that to me.
Usually there's one major twist though.
Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Oh.
Not only that, the others in the hospital,
Kamaru.
Kane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please, wait a second! What are you saying? I'm the killer?
Isn't this the most Monokuma has interfered to create a motive? Yeah, it is. It is actually. He like actually changed people's personalities and got them sick and almost killed one of them.
No way I could kill someone!
Versus other times he just showed them information, right? He didn't like actually affect them.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
She's too weak to smash.
You can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Hmm.
Wrong! It's totally wrong! It's not what you think! Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikon is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
Low-witted. Oh, yikes.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
Oh god. Oh. You at least adjust the blanket first, fool. That's why I've suppressed my
tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation.
Oh.
Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Hmm.
Do you hate me that much?
Yeah, I don't want her to die either. Sit down.
Hey, Hajime!
Everyone's ganging up on me. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No! In fact, it'd be much easier if I was wrong. I have this much doubt about somebody I've spent so much time with.
Can you hold on a minute?
Oh! What? Huh?
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all.
Oh.
And I mean, I have no place
Maybe I do
to
like
say
this guy.
I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer.
Oh, he's gonna
this
keep
time.
us on the right path.
I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Oh? He knew we were suspecting
What are
Nikon?
you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else in this trial,
It's us.
but I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
Oh.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Literally perfect.
What do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
That's a huge deal!
What is it?
Decisive.
They're stalling.
Does something like that really exist?
Someone murder? Twice?
Let's take a look,
Not possible.
shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right?
Oh, is that
On
what
one
he's
end,
saying?
ropes inside the
She would have had to
meat
gone to the supermarket.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
And then that also he's gonna be like, no, she was
Got it at
tending
the
to me.
supermarket. That means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
Right?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
What?
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this.
Oh.
Wrap the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her.
That means
The center of the
Mikon's not
rope
strong enough
is
to
that's
do
the
that?
part
Is that what he's
used
trying to say?
Strangle Ibuki.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
So this rope won't be much of a clue, and I might as well search another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
What?
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
Carried her body.
And then I finished speaking.
They would have had to strangle her with the rope and pull her up with the thing. I guess they could have lowered the lights, tied her on, and then raised her up.
How is that a decisive
He's not 12
clue?
steps ahead. He just gets clues that we're not able to pick up.
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Mikan's not strong enough to strangle someone. Is that really true? Okay, are you? Rope used for hanging. Guess it's gotta be this one, right? Magna brain.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different.
Valen's
The
camera.
scars they
Wait,
leave
no.
would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging.
Hold on. Rope used for hanging. According to Mikan, there's no doubt the cause of Ibuki's death was her hanging herself. So if the scars would have looked different than the rope, that means her
Did we fall for someone's lie?
we did.
That must be it.
Oh, I'm the Gigabrain one. Mikan lied about her autopsy report.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
Oh!
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
Well,
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You were right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
are we gonna have to figure out the murderer for both murders?
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess. And
She wouldn't
I
be
got
clumsy
so
when it came to
careless.
nursing if she was the ultimate
Mikan
nurse.
nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
This is like an
Don't
emotional
you
filled
think her
trial.
devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
No!
So,
One hates
so
Mikan now.
Mikan volunteered to nurse us? Because she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikan is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Oh. He's angry?
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off.
I feel like
I guess.
there's gotta be one Uno reverse.
But is
At
that
least.
really
Usually there's more
okay?
than one.
Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer. There's no way. I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Oh!
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt
Good
your
actor.
friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
He strangled her in bed. She is strong enough. No. She would have had to, like, carry the body if she strangled her in bed. all the way to the
I
other
don't think
place.
Belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
A little bit of semantics, but I
Don't
guess so.
say deep stuff. I don't really get
So
it.
emotional.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first.
Oh, so based off of this exact sentence, she's innocent. Yep, Yaki's always spitting facts. If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. So we're gonna have to prove. We're gonna prove she's innocent, and in order to believe her
Belief
somehow.
without doubt
That's the theme of
is
this.
simply a lie.
That's the theme of this murder. Believe. You have to doubt them in order to believe them, which is why also Nagito knew that, and he put sus on us at the very beginning in order for everyone to believe us. Because once we gave our alibi, he was like, okay, now that's our foundation. But in order for that belief to be established, they had to doubt us first. Boom! I've gigabrained it. That's the theme of the trial.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
It is Sonia, I think.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
Wait, maybe not.
Ah, so in the end,
Wait,
you're all just a
Wait.
bunch of
Take that
bullies,
back.
huh?
She's changed personalities now.
Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always.
You gonna snap?
It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me?
Oh.
I'm done.
Hey.
Hey, Mika.
It's not fair.
Oh, she gonna grow a backbone.
Not fair. 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 Not fair.
I mean, if she didn't defend herself at all, we would.
Won't you forgive me? If you did, you'd forgive yourself right away.
This is all either the psycho mode coming out, or it's like character development time.
What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Forgive?
Is acting like this your strategy now?
But she said forgive.
This is... Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some?
Hmm?
I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends.
You slay, queen.
The truth is, one of us murdered two of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair. Hey, Mikan, can I ask you one last thing?
Yes.
If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously wasn't me.
Can you prove it?
Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that
Oh.
video?
She's. Oh,
That's right.
I'm scared, actually.
Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room.
Who did it? Not me.
Treating me like a killer
Facts.
based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital.
Toko did it better.
Crazy.
Yep.
Why does everybody always hate me?
But I feel like she took a lot longer to actually snap. You know, Toko
Get me already!
Toko broke instantly.
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
Toko 2.0.
I'm not the killer. The video. I never filmed that video.
It seems she finally started arguing for us. But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
Well,
So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
could it be? Was this Chiaki's goal all along? She's saying everyone Fate depends on me, the only person who saw the video.
You get to decide I'm the killer. Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
It would be the fact that there's an extra nightgown, which would only be retrievable from the hospital, right? Because there's one per room. Oh. Mikan's account? I think it's Mikan's account. What's the account to say? Right up to afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone. When she rushed out. Where you go? None of this other. Okay.
I can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Do you have any proof?
Cool. Soul aside.
Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
It is. It is.
Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof?
One of
You
these.
could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Camera angle.
Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
This is a hard one.
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Killer's mistake. Don't run away. I'm the only one who saw the video. Am I supposed to memorize something for this one?
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
I think it is.
Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Wait, hold on. Camera angle. Does that relate to this? Camera angle give it away? No.
Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hospital gown to killer's mistake?
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Oh wait, no, I was supposed to memorize that. I'm supposed to memorize killer mistake and go on hospital gown. That's it. Oh.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Is the hemp bag up with the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mikon.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that camera and just from that dim candlelight?
Boom, 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 boom,
There's
boom,
no
boom.
way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Got it.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that.
Alright, I want to get this one first try because this one feels
Is the
hard.
hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing
Forget.
suspicious? Or could
Oh,
it be
I
the
skipped it.
hospital
I'm so
slippers she
stupid.
had on?
Alright, forget that.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that dim. There's no way you'd be so please for
Hajime, pay close. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Don't flinch. Don't hesitate. We got this. We got this.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
If this is not it, I'm gonna have no idea.
Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
Oh! Didn't you say there's a person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head in the video? Hasn't made a mistake at all.
Damn it!
Not it? One more time.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you
F. I know. I'm so
who could have filmed that video.
two head.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
Well, I'm lost.
Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
Sounds account, AC temperature,
Is the
surveillance
hospital
camera
gown she
unit,
was wearing suspicious?
six
Or could it be the
rope used for
hospital
hanging
slippers
blood
she
on
had?
souls.
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof?
We already used all those
You could
pieces.
tell her body type under the hospital gown?
Maybe that one.
Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to memorize this and shoot something. Don't flinch.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed
Am I
that
close?
video.
Am I close?
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
And bag? No.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing
We already tried
suspicious?
hospital gown.
Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Hospital slippers? No.
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof?
Wait, maybe it is hospital slippers.
You could tell her body type under the hospital gown?
Under the.
Just
It is
from
hospital
that
slippers. They
video,
would have had to go
just
pick
from
up
that
hospital
camera,
slippers,
just from that dim candlelight?
right?
There's no way you'd be
That's
able
the
to
same
make out
logic
her
as the
body
gown.
type.
They would have had to go pick up an extra gown.
Forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Maybe. All right, we'll try slippers. We'll try.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had?
No. Spooky was wearing. Is it proof that I was the one who filmed that video? Oh, it's the candle, right? Because if she filmed the video, she can't be in it.
Damn it!
Are we supposed to defend her?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Do you
So it
have
had been
is the
someone
hemp
with an
bag on her head
accomplice.
the proof? Is
'Cause the candle
hospital
blows
gown she
out.
was wearing- Or could it be the hospital slippers she had?
Ibuki and Mikon.
Is that really? You could tell her body type
Right,
under
right.
the hospital just from that video. Just
that right?
From that camera angle. Just from that dim candlelight. There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type.
Does that mean it's Sonia and she, Kazuichi was her
Because
accomplice?
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
No, Ugh. Nope.
I'm not the killer.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the hemp bag on? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mikon.
Oh, well, we're thinking along the right lines.
Just from that camera angle. Just
Need the
from
time.
that dim candlelight. There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type. So please forgive me already.
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
It is camera angle. It is camera angle. Because if they were filming on the stage, they would be filming up onto the stage. Ugh.
I'm not the killer.
We can't think of anybody
Right,
who
that's
could
it.
have
That's
filmed
it.
that
That's gotta be.
Do you have any? Is the hemp bag on her head?
Because the stage is.
Is the hospital gown she was
Stage is
wearing
raised.
suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clear.
Is that really your? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown, just from that video.
No, I think I got it. I think I got it.
Just from that camera angle.
Right? Oh!
I'll shoot through that contradiction.
I don't want to get it by guessing. I want to get it by like actually thinking about it and then going with that like logical path.
As I said before many times, I'm
Does that make sense? Because if you get it by guessing, it's just like, oh, this is revealed.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle.
Oh,
So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
wait.
The only reason Mikon knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the
That's not what I was
person who
saying.
actually filmed that video.
But it's related.
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't
I see the
you?
cat. Gato.
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikon? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me!
Forgive.
I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
What?
I mean, it's impossible.
She crazy?
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
What if it turns out she's insane?
Tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater?
How would you know?
Hajime saw it too, didn't you?
My cat's actually
You
looking at the
remembered the
screen.
Usami decal on it, right? Oopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible.
Well, we already know
Don't
this
you
because
think?
Monokuma said if you bow and you get one.
That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer.
So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far.
Such despair.
Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
The third panic talk action. This is probably going to be my last job during class trial. Please humor me while I taint your ears one last time. Starting from this panic talk action, the reload and ammo features will be added. You will no longer be able to make do with just left mouse button. Below the tempo marker in the lower position, bullets. Okay. When you're out of bullets, you won't be able to destroy the remarks no matter how much you mash the left mouse button. You'll be able to refresh. Alright, press the tab key in time with the tempo. Mash the tempo marker either by pressing tab. The number of bullets refreshed based on how well you kept your current tempo. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, Lux called it. You can't just flip flop every day, Jalen. You gotta commit. Waifus are forever. The only time you can swap is if one your dies and you're like, well, the last best one, you know. I'm gonna stop looking at chat for a bit. Yeah, that's probably best. They just argue about some stuff.
Explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item!
That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
Yes.
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
Alright, one sec. My legs are getting asleep. Sorry, buddy. Gotta do something and end this. Gotta do something so I can make her admit it. Alright, here we go.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me.
Do you understand?
Why only me? Please, draw on me.
Can you forgive me already?
Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me.
Do you understand? Can you forgive me already?
I'll do anything you want.
Can you forgive me already?
do anything you want. You're done for! Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me! Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me! There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
Bonus theater prize. Oh, theater bonus prize?
Can you forgive me already?
Oh, zero stock.
Forgive me! Please, draw on me! Do you understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. There's only one bag.
Theater bonus
It's impossible to
prize.
use it in two places.
This is the end.
I don't like it when it's the same sentence. Just rearranged.
Monokuma.
Bonus theater prize. Venus boners. Theater boner prize. When you buy one bag, you get another for free.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why?
We had to do a whole like rhythm game. We couldn't even just do that.
It seems our desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Guys, gotta make the chat more chill. All right. Make people want to hang out.
Mikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
I still don't get how she could have carried the body. What I saw in the monitor. What? Oh. So we got what's left is surveillance camera. Killer did it. Yoko trapped taped to a pillar, breaking the drumstick. What did the killer do after the broadcast? Killer ripped the music venue's wallpaper video of the broadcast. Oh, that's what he saw. Okay. Small clue that the killer left. Put it back to normal after destroying it. Wait, what? How's the real locker room created? Put it back. Oh, this is like not even the full thing. How was the real locked room created? That was with the glue. Put it back to normal after destroying it. Who the killer left would be... This? Body was hidden before. Oh, he died! Ugh! Been playing this too long. By majority vote, the one who is chosen as the blackened. And now the others will be punished. That means you too, Hajime. No! Would you like to retry? Yes, please.
We will never give up.
Okay. Stock 1. What I saw on the monitor? Oh, they're out of order. What did the killer do after the broadcast? They... The body was hidden before. Oh, okay, here. Small clue: the killer left being piece of cloth. Oh, okay, I got it. That makes more sense. Put it back normal after destroying it. How's a real lock room created with the glue? Boom. What I saw on the monitor. Video. What did the killer do after the broadcast? Turning on the switch. Two-step ladders are different. Threw off the hemp bag. Okay, I mean, right. Put back to normal after destroying it. What is that one? They put.
Here's everything that
That's
happened
it?
in this case.
Thought there'd be more.
The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime.
I wish we got to see more of Mikan's crazy side. Like, it's just for this trial?
There's a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time.
A little bit. They've calmed down. Right, guys? You've calmed down. Please.
When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was...
Look, okay. They're fictional characters. They don't
person wearing
matter.
a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music video. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music video, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake.
Why was this one so short? Yeah, like, I thought the comic...
I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the
This
hanged
trial
body
did
wearing
feel
the bag
short.
that's it.
Maybe there's some big stuff happening after.
Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys.
Even this comic was shorter than
That
some of
was
the other
also
ones.
Part of the killer's trap. After cleaning
Maybe
the
that's
conference
part
room,
of what's
the
gonna
killer
happen.
was likely watching the music venue from outside, and as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick.
I mean, we have been playing for a while, 4 hours. It's about right. Time-wise, there's a lot of clues that we picked up, so maybe that's why the trial was shorter. The clue collection phase was among 3 different locations.
I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside.
Yeah, there's so many parts that, like, aren't really explained in this one, too. Like, how did she wrap up an entire pillar of wallpaper? How'd she get up to the top of the pillar to wrap it, you know?
After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music video.
That matter.
When they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor before
Maybe, I mean, it seems short,
They wanted
though.
to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room.
There's always that point in the, at least in the first game, where it, like, stops becoming us murdering each other and us, like, working together. And I think that's about to happen after this one.
Mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue.
Yeah, she would have had to done a lot of this like within
The killer
actually
sealed the
really
door with
quick.
glue and intentionally created a closed
Honestly.
room that could be forced open.
Glue a door shut to where you actually can't open it.
With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it.
Also, there's some evidence we didn't get. We didn't even use, like Fuyuhiko's account. We didn't use that one, and
They
his
made
was
us
that
discover not just
he met with
Hyoko's
Mikan,
but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well.
which would have been relevant.
At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Whoa!
Oh.
Now she's laughing?
It's been such
Maybe
a
she's the
long
traitor.
time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing. This feeling of despair.
Oh, is she the spy?
You... What has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Junko 2.0. 0.9. We got a not an A. We've gotten all B's, and then last game we got all A's. Bad.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time.
Oh,
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
something about to
Who
happen.
will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
Oh boy. I mean, if she like said despair, she's probably the traitor, right? Oh. All right.
Well now,
So it may be obvious at this point, you got it right. Her identity is Mikan Tsugumiki.
Damn it.
Saying Mikan was the nurse, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed them?
I won't forgive you.
Did you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the start while you were nursing them? What? She just laughs?
What's going on?
This chick.
Hey, hey.
Is nothing like Peko. She's actually gone mental. There's nothing we could do. She's no longer the same person.
Hey,
Based on my prediction, she might have caught it too. This is what I said. She probably had the despair disease, which was the motive for this case.
What?
I know because I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one taking care of me after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair, a despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. She also said this. That means she...
What?
Hajime, has something crossed your mind? My body's heavy. Not just heavy, somewhat soft and really hot. Oh, that's why she was so hot. Not like temperature. That's right. Mikan felt really hot at that time, now that I think about it. High fever. Just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
It cannot be.
Perhaps.
Symptoms she surely felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair. She likely overcame with despair.
See?
That's the reason why she can still laugh in such a hopeless situation.
Jeez.
Which means the Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now that she's infected by the despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. Right at the very climax. No problem. I'll see you next day. It was pretty late. I should have started like 30 minutes or an hour earlier. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope.
Impossible.
There's no way I could forgive that.
Oh?
For the sake of despair. That's completely wrong.
Huh?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Huh?
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 Us? Talking about us? If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy? I know. What?
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who
What?
never hated me.
Huh? Oh, alright, I didn't know. One second, sorry.
They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. And they loved me. I loved them with all my
What's going
heart,
on?
and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation.
I understand that I've done something unforgivable, but you know, transcend all that is truly.
It's love.
What?
Hey,
I don't understand what you're saying. Because you don't have anyone to love? Because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you.
Well,
Even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. This feeling of freedom when you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones with a thin veil, and I'm just looking out through it. That's why as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, slash me with water, kick me, like nothing matters. I could just die. That's how little it matters. Who cares about hope or despair? It's love.
could it be?
Is this really the despair disease you're talking about?
this is...
Seems that I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair, you were half right. It's right to say that all this is thanks to the disease, because thanks to that disease, I was also able to remember my beloved. Apparently, that's what my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom. Which means you had the remembering disease?
But...
Dude, I wish I had a tier 3. But if that means she remembered something and ended up like this, are you saying
Despair.
you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to the island? Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, the reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know? Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the one person So it's everyone's fault that I turned out like this. Even so, the current me was the most strongly influenced my beloved's existence. And it was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. My beloved still forgives me, still accepts me. The key.
Don't fuck with me!
Read this dialogue very carefully. Blah 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 love blah blah blah. The two sides. That's exactly what I'm like. What are you saying? This is Mikan? She's the real Mikan? You really remember? You ended up like this all because you remembered? No way. The person you are right now is the real Mikan. Still doubt me? And prove to prove I remember, I'll tell you all something nice. About the World Ender organization that you all were worrying about.
You serious?
Not no, I just remember, that's all. I knew about it all along. That horrifying organization known as World Ender. Also the organization known as the Future Foundation. Huh? That's right. A symbol on the ancient ruins door. That's the Japanese word for future. Just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning? As the name suggests, the world organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. Trying to claim the world for themselves.
This is bad.
Part of their plan to end the world, the Future Foundation brought us to this island. Isn't that right? Huh? I knew it! Monomi, Monokuma, they're both members of that crazy organization. Monomi and I aren't members.
I am Monokuma!
My existence is entirely my own. Oh, she's doing the same laugh?
Hey,
Don't laugh. Hey Mikan, if you really do remember, then you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding among us. Of course I know that. Let's see. The Future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you all is... Oh well, no one really cares about that, don't you think?
Of course not!
We are the traitor. You'll find out eventually, so there's no need to be impatient. Probably when that countdown ends. You even know about that?
Oh?
I don't know anything. I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love from the bottom of my heart. I don't care about anyone or anything.
That is...
I won't believe it. There's no way I could believe it. You were all like this all along. The person who's been spending time with up till now, the past. That person, she didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memory. You guys consider that thing a friend.
Oh?
Sigh, that doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self. That's, well, that applies to you all as well. Memories of people, memories of events, whatever memory it is, losing memories are
You understand?
like losing your personal identity. It's true. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing our memories makes us shadows of the past.
hey,
I don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end, it always leads back to that story about our stolen school lives.
Hey, hey! Damn it!
If it wasn't, we wouldn't be suffering this much. Well, why don't you just take your sweet time and remember at your own pace?
Oh?
Oh, Monokuma, is it alright for you to start now?
Yes, indeed!
Punishment time? Does it deserve to end? Too much.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me.
Is this somebody from the first game that she's talking about? My guess?
I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Game over. Bye-bye, ouchies. Ultimate nurse executed. What? Wait, what? Oh, she's on a rocket. Okay. that it? She didn't actually die. She lived? Killer who killed Ibuki. No, she didn't even die. Apparently committed her crime because she was affected by the despair disease. It's finished. Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who was that Mikan from earlier? Was that her true form or was that a symptom?
Damn it.
Doesn't matter. Lethal injection, yeah, I get the joke. I get the pun. It ended up like that just from remembering. Then all along, she was never worth of being a symbol of hope.
But
Even if her words were influenced by despair disease, the disease turned her into that. She lost herself.
isn't that right?
Living in outer space? She is! Outer space theory true. Come on, let's take all this despair and change it into hope.
Please wait.
That is impossible. I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time, but even so. Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself. Then she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only her malice. And now, there's no way we could just move on. Try to have a clear-cut attitude about those. That's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
It would have been so much easier if she was a traitor too.
Wrong.
Too bad. Not the case.
Come on.
Traitor's still alive. As proof, see how fine Minomi looks right now. I'm not fine at all. But if the traitor died, he wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the Future Foundation. So you guys are like two hearts beating as one. What?
You fiend.
What does that make you, fiend? Did you say that you're different?
Phew.
Who cares about who I am? More importantly, I'm tired. Me too. The drama just kept going and going. I didn't even have time to eat my black bean right eye during the break. Your right eye is made of black beans?
Hey, hey.
Wait, now's not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say?
Hey,
Isn't it said that life has its ups and downs? It's fun because downs come after ups, but if life was full of downs, it would get boring. So in order to help you guys feel better, I've prepared a special event. Head over to the First Island's beach. An old friend will be waiting there.
Huh?
Could it be? Nekomaru?
Hey!
Isn't it Nekomaru safe? Knew it. And he would come back to us in one piece. Is he gonna be a cyborg? Are they gonna pull a Klaus on him? Awesome. We're starting to see the light of hope. I'm happy Nekomaru is returning to us, but
So just as I
3 of our
thought.
friends just died, so I honestly can't be happy. Yeah, that's the plan. Miss Sonia.
However,
Even so, I'm still happy. If Nekomaru is safe, I'm truly happy.
Fine.
You are happy? You should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken from us would do the same if they still lived. Can you hear us? If you are unhappy, I apologize. However, please forgive me right now. Alright, skip.
right?
Then let's all go greet him. Huh? What the heck? Do I still have the after effects of that disease? I don't get this at all. Alright, let's go. We heard that. We were unable to contain our excitement as we jumped into. Or is it Byakuya?
Uh-oh.
Man, they just ran off without listening to what I had to say.
Unbelievable.
They learned to stick around until the others have finished talking?
Hey!
You're plotting something again, aren't you?
No way!
Just trying to properly explain everything to them, including Nekomaru's body. Their fault for not sticking around. So if something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility.
What's this?
I saved him, that's all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. So it couldn't be helped. Oh. soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Hurry, to the beach on the first island.
All right.
He's a cyborg. He's gonna be a cyborg. He's gonna be Darth Vader. Huh? Where? Where in the world is he?
Hey.
Nekomaru, show yourself. We have to come pick you up. Please hurry and come out of hiding. Or he's gonna be like alter ego. We raised our voices. We looked around the area. And so forth. We kept looking for him. But
Hey!
what? He's nowhere to be found.
Damn it!
Could it be? Did we get false info? That's when it happened. We heard a familiar voice echo throughout the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
Gonna be on the monitor. High hopes in our hearts, we turned towards the direction of the voice, and then we saw something truly unbelievable. The suspense. Cyborg.
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
Who are you?
Huh? You too? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Huh?
Nekomaru?
Is he Byakuya's body?
Haven't you noticed it yourself?
He's fat? Is he overweight?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing! The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
The cyborg robot. Wow. Is that cool enough for you, Broccoli? He's a robot. Every time somebody dies, it like upgrades. You know it. Chapter 3, Trapped by the Ocean Scent. Usually the title of the chapter like has some theme, but this one didn't really. Danganronpa. Retained present. Nurse's apron. Is it medicine or social skill? Was the achievement. Good night, everybody. Yeah, me too. Okay. Where's my... Run him over sometimes. Good night, everybody. For watching. He probably doesn't have it anymore. Sad. But he increased his power level by over 9,000. Everyone seems tired. Alright, we'll probably try starting earlier tomorrow. So that'll be better. If people have the time. Alright. Yeah, just gonna end stream. No talking today.